So, what do you do when you already have F-body brakes and it's just not quite enough brake? GXP brakes. So here's a side-by-side parts comparison of the F-body brakes versus the GXP brakes. A couple things you'll notice. First of all, the brake hoses did turn out to be drastically different. If you're going to do this swap, I would highly recommend getting the GXP brake hoses, which will bolt right up to the older cars no problem and fit much better than trying to use the old ones. Now the calipers on these are the same style, same material. The GXP ones are a little chunkier and the brackets are a little taller because the rotor, which is right here, is quite a bit different. If you look here, you can sit one on top of each other and you can see the GXP brake rotor is quite a bit bigger. It's also, instead of having that design, it's got this directional fan type design. So these are just built to cool a little bit better. So overall, you're going to get a bigger rotor, a better designed rotor, a heavier duty caliper, and about the same pad size, but being further away from the center is going to give it better leverage, which is going to make it stop better. And for this, I did go with the AutoZone C-Max pads, which are the best pads they have, but I did not use race pads or anything like that, just standard pads. So now with them all assembled, the next thing I've got to do is bleed it good. So what I did was I cracked the bleeder screws open, and I opened the master cylinder, made sure it was topped off, and let it run until it ran out the bleeder screws. I closed those. Then I'm going to get someone to help me. I'm going to have them pump the brakes, pump it up and hold it, crack it loose and bleed it, pump it up and hold it, crack it loose and bleed it. It should take about 2 or 3 times per side. Once I get these bled out good, it's time to go test drive and see how they are. So then the remaining question is, are they worth anything? Do they stop any better? So I'm taking it out right now. I just got finished running it through my usual bed-in procedure, and I'm just taking it down the road to see how I like it in comparison to the F-body brakes. And I would say my first impression, keeping in mind that the brake pads are not broken in all the way yet, is that they stop pretty similarly to the F-bodies. I think that maybe they feel a little better, and I think that maybe once they bed in all the way, that I may find that I like them better than the F-bodies. But as far as what you'll notice driving, they're most definitely a lot better than stock, and compared to the F-body upgrade, they're just very similar. But I do think also having the extra rotor is going to mean that they can probably handle better heat. So whereas the stopping might be about the same, you may be able to be a lot harder on these without developing anything like warped rotors or anything like that. But as far as its stopping goes, I mean, it definitely stops. It has no problem getting down to down out of the speed pretty fast. So I mean, I'm happy with them aesthetically. Obviously they're a huge improvement, and then as far as performance goes, I would say a smaller improvement, but still an upgrade over the F-body brakes, and quite a bit better than stock. So in conclusion, this is a super easy brake upgrade. I like it in a way better than the F-body brakes, and in a way worse. The advantage that the F-body brakes have is that the F-bodies are really, really common, and pretty much all of the post-facelift F-bodies have that brake setup on them. So finding like junkyard parts or anything like that is super, super easy. And the calipers are only like $30 a piece when you buy them at a local parts store. So as far as cheapness goes, the F-body brakes are amazing. But the F-bodies do require a little bit of modification. And if you are not familiar with it, I'll link up here what I did to do the F-body brakes, but there's a little modification involved there. The GXP brakes are 100% bolt-on. They don't require any grinding, cutting, threading, nothing. But to the complete list of what you will need to do it right is right and left front brake hoses for a GXP, right and left front brake calipers, which have to come with the brackets. Then you're going to need whatever pads you want to run, and GXP rotors. So all of that will bolt right up. I don't recommend trying to use the stock 99 style brake hoses because they are quite a bit shorter and they just don't really get to that spot very well. The GXP ones work a whole lot better, so I would definitely suggest doing that, and they're not that expensive. I got the AC Delco brake hoses from Rock Auto for something like $10 a piece. So for that, it's just not worth dealing with trying to make the other ones work. So that's it. I've got to say I'm pretty happy. The car brakes well. It looks really nice now. So drop this video a like and let me know down in the comments what you think about the GXP brake upgrade versus the other one. And make sure you're subscribed to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.